Hey, everybody, welcome back. My next guest is a theoretical physicist and New York Times bestselling author. His new book is The God Equation, The Quest for a Theory of Everything. Please welcome Michio Kaku. Michio Kaku, thank you so much for being here. It's always good to talk physics with you. You are not only a theoretical physicist, but you are a futurist, which I believe is another name for an enthusiast about the future. And there's some enthusiastic things going on right now. Look at that photo. That is the helicopter drone that Perseverance has dropped on the surface of Mars. I get incredibly excited seeing that there and knowing that we're going to soon have flight on Mars. Does that excite you?
Yes, we're entering a second golden era in space exploration. The first golden era, we went to the moon, but that was the vision. Beat the Russians, beat the Russians. Well, we beat the Russians and the vision fell apart. Now we have a new vision. Silicon Valley billionaires are opening their checkbooks, new ideas, new visions, costs are dropping, rockets are reusable. We're witnessing the second golden era in space exploration. That's what's so exciting.
Now, when I was a young guy reading a lot of Golden Age science fiction, it was always industry that actually got us to space. But then in my childhood, it was the government. Now that early vision has become true, that it's industrialists who are getting us to space. Do you think that's the best way to go, or do you think the government should stay involved?
I think a partnership. A public-private partnership is the way to go because private industry brings you new vision. We're talking about becoming a multi-planet species. They're opening up their checkbooks and they're taking risks to create the reusable rocket. That has dropped the cost of space travel. But think about that. That's a tremendous gamble to build a rocket that lands the way it took off. That's where private enterprise comes in. They're gamblers. They're willing to pay for their gambles because they want, of course, make a profit at the end.
Now, you have said, you've predicted that we will make contact of some kind or have awareness of some kind that there is intelligent alien life out there in the next century. Do you still stand by that prediction? And if so, how do you think we will stumble across them?
Yeah, I think that in this century, we will make contact with an extraterrestrial civilization. Now, to be honest, I get emails from people that say, "You're wrong, Professor. The aliens are already here. They're here because they know they've been in the flying saucers. They've been kidnapped." I tell them that the next time you are kidnapped by an alien flying saucer, for God's sake, steal something. I don't care whether it's a pen, a chip, steal something, because there's no law against stealing from an extraterrestrial civilization. You're not going to go to jail.
Well, what do a lot of people think that there is life already in our solar system. Do you believe that we're going to find it soon on Mars? I think they already know it's out there, and that the rest of us schlubs in the public, aren't ready to know it, but that it's either in the clouds in Venus, or it's on Mars, or it's underneath the ice on Enceladus or Europa. Do you think there's already life in our solar system?
Well, I would love it if there's life forms on Mars, maybe even microbial life. But the best bet are the moons of Jupiter and Saturn. Europa and Enceladus have liquid water oceans. Oceans billions of miles from the sun. Who would have thought? And the oceans, the volume of these oceans is larger than the oceans of the planet Earth. So I think that even in our own solar system, there's a chance for aquatic life to develop in the moons of Jupiter and Saturn underneath the ice cover. That's a game changer.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Have you said that trying to make contact with alien civilizations may not be a great idea?
It's a bad idea to advertise our existence, because look what happened to Cortez and Montezuma. Montezuma in Mexico made the biggest mistake in history. He assumed that Cortez was a god. Cortez was a pirate, a bloodthirsty pirate carrying smallpox, armed with steel, the horse, the written language, gunpowder. The Aztecs were a Bronze Age civilization with no written language, no horse, no steel, totally vulnerable to smallpox. It was no contest. So I think it's a good idea to keep our presence a secret so that the aliens don't put us in their sights. Who knows what the aliens believe in?
We have to take a quick break, but we'll be right back with more Michio Kaku.